Hey everyone, great to see you all here on a Monday evening, and don't you just love that music? I could listen to that all day. A little bit of Jimi Hendrix, a little bit of Queen, AC/DC, great music. Love it. Hey Phil, yep, bit of Freddie there. It was great. Absolutely love that music. That's why I like using it on a Monday night. Gives us all a bit of a pump up. Hey everyone, let's get into this. We've got some great things to talk about tonight because we are at a record high. I'm going to touch on that several times tonight. We are in amazing uncharted territory. So let's make sure we understand exactly what's going on. We do our very best week in and week out to bring you a view of this business and a view of the gold business from an angle and from a viewpoint that we have discovered. So welcome everybody. Let's just make sure we all understand this is our opinion. We don't represent the company Karatbars International, and neither do we give financial advice. What we are telling you about tonight is information that we have discovered, processes and steps that we have managed to set into play. Let's have a listen to Miss Camilla tell us why we should do this.
Hi there. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. We, the team at Gold Rocks, are here to show you how to become a gold saver, which has far better return than traditional savings methods. Let us show you why you should get started today. When you begin saving, you typically have a goal in mind, whether it be buying a house, paying off debt, starting a business, saving for studies, travel, or maybe retirement. We've always been told to work hard and save money. The majority of us have only had the following options: maybe holding your cash in an envelope or piggy bank, opening a cash savings account to earn interest, or apply for a loan, but that means debt, and that's something none of us want to get into. Unfortunately, many people don't understand what saving money in the traditional method really means. Cash loses an average of 2% per year through inflation. That means that if you saved $100 today, it would have the buying power of $90 in 5 years' time. So then what if you put it into a savings account? The average interest rate across the banking system in Australia and New Zealand is now less than 1% per year. So that $100 would have the buying power of less than $95 in 5 years' time. A little better than the cash in an envelope, but you are definitely losing money. Question: what do they do that you don't do yet? Governments, wealthy, and banks, what do they do? Simple. They save gold. Robert Kiyosaki, who we all know as the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, says gold is God's money. JP Morgan, one of the most powerful bankers of his era, whose company JP Morgan Chase still exists today, said gold is money and everything else is credit. And Alan Greenspan, the former head of the Federal Reserve, arguably the most powerful financial institution in the world, says gold is always accepted. And they are just a few examples amongst many others. So why gold? Gold gains an average of 20% per year. So what if you put $100 into gold? In 5 years' time, it would be worth at least $200. Would you rather $95 from your traditional savings account or $200 from your gold savings account? As the value of cash falls, gold rises. Why choose our gold? And why save with us? Our gold savings account is free to open. and has no monthly fees. Our source is the global leader of small increment weights from 0.1 of a gram, and at the time of recording this, 0.1 of a gram was about $10 to $11 Australian. This makes gold accessible to all levels of income. No matter who you are, what you earn, you can now do what was once only available to those with wealth. And helping all people get ahead is something our team at Gold Rocks is passionate about. Our gold is 999.9% gold bullion purity. It has state-of-the-art security against counterfeiting, and our source provides free storage until you choose to have your gold delivered to you. Getting started is as easy as getting back to the person who shared this video with you, registering your free gold savings account, and starting to save your money in gold today. We encourage you to do your own research into all the information we have shown you, and we look forward to helping you save your future in gold with the team at Gold Rocks. Be blessed.
Great work, Miss Camilla. And we're talking about gold. And tonight we're going to hopefully give you a few slants on the gold business that you will get something out of. This is what we're talking about. A 1 ounce gold coin. In 1933, it was worth $20.67. In 2020, now this is only taken about 3 weeks ago. That says 1,770 US dollars. You can tear that up and throw it in the bin. It's a lot more than that today. Have a listen to this excited young lady talking about gold and silver.
It's been a historic week for gold and silver prices. Gold rallied close to 9-year highs, approaching its all-time high of $19.20 an ounce. Silver has also been firing on all cylinders, breaching $23 an ounce this week as it traded near 6.5-year highs. Kiko senior analyst Jim Wyckoff believes that gold's record high is now finally within reach, and more gains are likely for both gold and silver. So what's driving the precious metals right now? Weaker US dollar, falling yields, worries over rising COVID-19 cases, and growing tensions between the US and China are all contributing. Even one of the more bearish firms out there, like Capital Economics, has upped its gold target by nearly 19%. There's been a lot of new silver research out there. One highlight was the BMO report. They stated the green stimulus is now part of silver price arsenal. Also, Citigroup published very optimistic price projections, stating that gold is gearing up to take out its all-time high and then climb even higher, while silver could be looking at $30 an ounce in a bullish case scenario. For what happens next, stay tuned to Kiko.com.
Now, you might notice that she was talking about approaching all-time highs. That video was published only a few days ago. Stay tuned. So becoming a gold earner, let me show you how to do that. Gold is always a store of value. The price of gold stays constant as far as its purchasing power goes, and compared to every other currency in the world, it's pretty level. Everything else falls off a cliff as soon as they disconnect from gold. So these are the numbers today. 30.16% annual yield today. It went up 1.05% today. Gold continues to remain the stable currency. It's 5,000 years old and more. If we had more history that we could point to, I guarantee you it would still be the same. So here's what the options are. Classic Gold, our legacy. It's for long-term savings. It's available in 1, 2.5 and 5 gram cards. There's free storage and there's 3% discount. If you're an affiliate, you can get a discount code that will give you a 3% discount on every purchase. Make sure you get one. You've probably got one in your website. If you need help, get back with your upline that's building a business and ask them, where do I find the profit codes? Cash Gold. It's in a digital format, but can be converted to actual gold. Similar function to cash. It's transferable between CaratPay accounts and spendable with K merchants. There is a buyback function, but bear in mind, folks, if you buy cash gold and then convert it to physical gold, like the cards there on the right or the notes, it doesn't dynamically become classic gold. They can't reverse the process to make sure that you get the commission you should have got if you'd bought classic gold. Cash gold is digital in its birth, but can become physical later. So 1 gram per month, that's what we recommend. And if you recommend that to a bunch of people, you'll get a loyalty bonus. Get up to 25 grams of classic gold per month. That is a good deal. Last year, I think I got somewhere around about 300 grams of gold delivered to me for free because of the effort I'd put into in this business. And if you start off with a bunch of people and get them all earning gold, that becomes part of the uni level bonus. And you get paid based on the classic gold that goes through your business. Now, there are reasons why you should buy classic gold compared to cash gold and vice versa. But the uni level bonus calculates on the classic gold that goes through your business on a monthly basis. And number 3, the long-term bonus. Now, this works on the grams of gold sold in your business every month. The numbers don't reset to 0. It just keeps adding up. So if you're a member and you continue to promote this business and you're buying gold every month, sooner or later, you're going to get the 750,000 euros for the house. Simple as that. No argument about it. You will get there. What other company has a referral plan that lets you get compensated with gold bullion? And if you've paid any attention at all to the gold price in the last few weeks, you know that's a good deal. So getting started is really easy. Get set up, start saving classic gold, share the value of the gold with others, teach them how to start saving in gold today, because that's what this business is all about. So what's next? Set up a free account. There's no fees. You can become a member today if you're not already, for 0 cost with 0 implications. You do not have to do anything. You can join as a customer or an affiliate. It's completely free for both. As a customer, you pay more for the gold than I do as an affiliate. And as an affiliate, I get access to a whole lot of other things that you don't get as a customer. It just makes sense to be an affiliate. These are the wealth principles that we've held to in the last, since I've been a member, an entire year and a bit. Pay yourself first. It's something that most small business owners do not do. Establish a residual income. Make sure you do that. Limit your tax exposure. A no-brainer. Take advantage of the systems available that this business will give you and stay ahead of inflation. It's really difficult if you're just working a job to stay ahead of inflation. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's impossible. So, Karatbars' main business is gold, with 4 key components. Now, this is a simplified process that I've put together. Give me your feedback tonight about what you think of it. But make sure that you understand what this business is. There are 4 key pillars of this business. And if you have all 4 of them going, you are very, very solid. Great work, Harry. You got a discount today. Number 1 is physical gold that you can put in your pocket. You can take to a bullion dealer, all that stuff. You can do whatever you like with that gold. It's the long-term value product. Number 2 is the new token that's come out that's digital gold. Number 3 is the KBC coin that we've got. It's currently being morphed onto the new mainnet. We will have a new coin. I don't know what it'll be called. That is powerful, and I'll show you why, because the 4th pillar is a trading package that lets you earn money with the assets that you have in your Karatbars business. Fantastic process. Love the plan we're on right now. So let's look at the gold. This is the business. Karatbars is gold. Cash gold notes, classic gold. That's a 5 gram card. Mr. Duck, I think, is on the call. He likes to get his, get his 5 gram cards out when people are asking him about it. I can tell you that's an impressive card because it's heavy. Karatbars is the world leader in small increments of gold. Literally the world leader. No arguments about it. Number 2 is the cryptocurrency that's unique. The V999 coin. It will have another name very, very soon. It enables digital transfers of actual gold. It's physical gold. Every token is stamped and tied with what they call a smart contract back to the gold bar that supports it. It is a wonderful tool. It's usable as currency, and the price of the token or the coin is fixed to the actual price of gold. Now, if you've noticed what's going on, and we're going to talk about it soon, the price of gold is going through the proverbial roof. If you've got some of these digital tokens, they're linked to the gold, baby. Make sure you understand the benefit of them. And number 3, the cryptocurrency, the transaction token KBC. It's being transitioned onto the mainnet. It will be a different name. The price of that token is not fixed. It floats with the market, and it's been going up considerably in the last few weeks, and it will continue to do that. Make sure you get with someone who can explain to you these 4 pillars of the business. There are 4, because the next one is the revenue from trading. Now, the assets we've just talked about, the 3 prior ones to this, are all assets that you can use to generate cash flow. What I love about this process now, we've absolutely got ourselves in a position where you can register someone and show them how to make their own future. They can create their own future. Make sure they understand how to do that. It's relatively simple if you look at it from the high level point of it. I don't want to describe to you how the trading works. I don't want to explain to you how the smart contract works on the V999 coin. I actually don't care. What I care about is the outcome. These 4 pillars give us the ability to create our own futures, whether we're a networker or not. That's the amazing end of it. Okay, quick run through on our sponsors, Easy Shopping Cards, where you can get gold for groceries. Where else can you do that? And here's an example on how to leverage what you do every day. I made a phone call recently to Mr. and Mrs. Loveday to get some oil and some fuel additive. So I paid for it today. I sent Dougie 8.5 univals. That converts into 8.5 V999 coins that will pay him 0.02% commission every time they're used. Now, he sold me the oil and the additive. I've just paid for it. But the way I've paid for it creates a long-term benefit for that merchant. Show me another merchant program anywhere in the world that will let a merchant benefit month in, month out from transactions they do today. I'm not sure that there's another one in the world that does that. That is why we need to get excited about this V999 coin and converting our cash gold into it. So, okay, we're going to have our usual member segment tonight. We're going to do it a little bit different. Want to remind everybody that we're here to let you know we all go forward together. No one gets left behind. So let's talk about the gold price. Mr. Dobson, are you available?
Yes. Hello, Mr. Miller.
Hello, Mr. Dobson. Where are you this fine evening?
I'm up at Rockhampton and I'm on my phone. So if the audio is not too great, that's the reason why. So beautiful Rockhampton, heading out to Yeppoon tomorrow, and then a few other country towns. So yeah, business takes me everywhere. I always combine my gold business with my
excellent
my Toyota business. So you just touched on some pretty amazing things there in the preset of the presentation. But how about we go over those 4 pillars a little bit, and then we'll open it up for any questions on generally the stuff that we have and a little bit of what we think is coming. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so IGAs, I call them. Those whole 4 pillars are IGAs, income generating assets.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that first one, you said it, you rang me this afternoon, there was a little bit of a skip in your voice, and you were telling me about the price of gold. I was driving all day, so I didn't really have a chance to research. But I know myself in 2017 was when I started purchasing gold. And I just want to go through some stats on the gold itself, because, yes, that's what we're about. And by the way, good evening to everyone, all the gold rockers, anybody else out there from any other team. Lovely to see the big numbers tonight, and welcome to everyone. So I just wanted to say hi to all. So in 2017, I'm going to talk about US dollars, because that's generally how gold is well, that's the the earmark, or the measure, I suppose. 1,350 US in 2017 was about its high, and 1,148 was its low. So, what did you just say today? It hit a record of over 1,900. Was that correct?
Yep, 1,920 was the historical high, and we blew right past that today.
So do you see just there, if you did nothing else, and I've said this so many times, Derek, you've said it, this is what we teach, we exchange fiat for gold. But if you did nothing else but just exchange that declining dollar for gold, you are miles ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
I mean,
I have some charts on exactly that later on.
Okay, all right. So that's the first one. That's just incredible. And as you know, I flash those $5,000 ones around now. I save in those every month, and I encourage people, after we talk about all these income generating assets, what we should do with them. The KBC, it's currently in a reduction plan number 2. It's looking good at the moment. You touched on that. What it will do in the end, what it will be called, we're not sure. We encourage people to make their own decision. I put all mine in the reduction plan. I told everyone that publicly 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've got a couple of young crypto gurus in my team, and they keep texting me and ringing me and telling me all about the excitement of the KBC. So that we know could do anything. The V999, number 3, income for life. Now, you just gave an example there of some of our sponsors and the fact that they give cash back and cash gold for their products. So I believe in the future, and the association with Easy Shopping Cards. We've got Dougie there and Jan with their oil. We've got Jenny, with their oil. We've got Mr. Bucky. He's got his telecommunications, where you can actually be doing what you've got to do. Top up some oil in your car, make sure your groceries, and more importantly, your red wine is taken care of, and your fuel, and also your telecommunications. And I believe we will be able to receive V999, and if we do it soon enough, because we don't really know after the 15th of October whether that DNA from the coins that you purchase are going to be, still there and there for life. But mate, that in itself is just for doing what we've got to do. We've got an opportunity to set up an IGA, and I'm not talking about the Independent Grocery Association, but income generating assets for life. Okay, and then the fourth one you touched on, the other pillar was the trading platform, where we learn to earn. Okay, so basically, again, we don't know the full rundown. You're going to touch on a little bit, I think, about what your experimental gentleman there that you used to crash test this platform, and he's making a small percentage of an increase, I believe, this program. And we all know that there is units available on this. We know that there are commissions available on this. And if by some, whether it be strategy or the fact that you're just new at this trading platform like I'm going to be, and you decide to put a bit of time away each night or every other night and learn how to set up a trade, whether it be an automatic trade, one that we can mirror off a professional trader, or just one that you want to do yourself if you feel confident enough, there's another IGA. So what I want to do is tie all this together and go back to what you started with tonight and what we're all about, and that's what we do with some of the wealth. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've continually done, and this is what I've increased, and that is simply increasing my auto save. Okay, why would I want to do that? Because it increases my gold and my cash flow. So, I believe very soon the company's going to come out with a new incentive, and it's going to be really cool. I just know, I'm reading between the lines with what some of the leaders are saying. And so it just like we did last year when we got really excited about the first wave of the coin, we're going to be pretty excited. We're going to want to tell a lot of people. Would you agree, Mr. Miller?
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are going to want to know. Would you also agree with the state of the economy at the moment, that someone might want to know about another way of increasing, what's depleting every week in their income?
I think as long as people focus on the benefits of the gold business, that's the core business we have our hands on today. Absolutely.
100%.
Focus on the gold. And yes,
100%.
I can tell you, got some numbers coming up tonight on what the economy's doing. People are getting desperate in lots of places.
Yeah, and we're not the only answer, but we're a bloody good one, I believe. So, Mike Maloney, he reckons this could double before the end of the year. Could you imagine if gold was 4,000 plus per ounce? Oh my God, that's and those of us that are purchasing it every week, every fortnight, every month. I mean, what's 1,900? I worked it out. It's about 2,700 Australian at the minute. And I started buying
crazy.
It at 1,100. Do you think US, admittedly, but do you think I'm happy? Do you think I'm happy that Roger rang me up and said, "Brent, I've got something I need you to take a look at"?
You betcha.
You betcha. So, mate, I just wanted to go over that with you. If there's anybody that's got any questions about that, this is a great time when you've got Derek as well, and hopefully we can answer some of your. I know there's been a lot on Facebook over the weekend and last week. There's still a lot to be rolled out. But anything anyone wants to know. Has anyone got any questions? Mate, with my phone, I can't.
Yep, not seeing any questions yet. So if anyone wants to ask a question, just unmute.
And feel free to at any time. I might let you get on with this, mate. I really respect people's time on a Monday night. But
Right.
yeah, we got gold, baby.
We got gold, baby, that's for sure. Okay. When is Crypto Robotics going live? I think the first part of it is coming up the end of this month, Brad. And the actual website and the operation itself is live as we speak. Our crash test dummy has successfully done some trading and worked out well. We're just trying to work out all the ins and outs, and we need to see when the Karatbars connection goes live, how automated that is, because that's going to be a key. If you just get onto their website and try and start to do some trading, yeah, good luck with that. It's pretty complex. But we want the automated version. Norbert mentioned between the 15th and the 27th. Okay, so it's imminent then. It'll be any minute. Okay, let's get our checklist happening. Make sure you've got your KBC in the reduction plan before the end of the month. Get on the v999.io website and register. The password is Karatbars Pass, P-A-S-S, and the username is Karatbars when you first get on there and get set up. It's in the back office, so you can download the news section, download and print the form so you can follow along. Buy some cash gold if you can. Every gram of cash gold converts to 10 V999 coins. Set up your platform, register with Binance, P2P, B2B, or Bitfinex, something like that. You only need one. Binance is the website that the trading platform prefers to work with. So make sure that you pick the one you're comfortable with, but Binance is the one they prefer to use. There's new packages coming this week into the website, so let's get excited about making that all happen. And make sure you've got all of the boxes ticked before the 15th of October. Make sure you've got all of that done. Harry's saying tried to join V999 today. Harry, did that say there was a network error? V999 been trying for 2 days. There's a message saying network error. Yep. They're working to have that rectified as we speak. Harry's saying no. What was your error, Harry? Harry's a slow typist like me. Have to ask Marg. Okay. We'll be in touch with Marg in the morning and make sure. Brad Siravalli's just logged in, got it thrown. Margaret saying network error. Yes. It is still in the beta stage, so we'll just keep an eye on it. Keep trying every now and then until we get it through. Remember, everyone goes forward together. We are not leaving anybody behind. It's the goal of this organisation. Gold Rocks is here to make sure everybody that's a member comes forward with us. So it's not just a few people making money, which seems to be the process in a lot of other groups. We're going to make sure everybody makes some money out of this. Now, let's have a look at these numbers because it's really, really interesting. The economic and fiscal update for the Australian government. And you can see by that little crest there that it is the Australian government. And I'm pretty sure they called it a budget. I've never seen a budget this bad. 23rd of July, they published it. And this is what one of the first paragraphs said. The government's responsible fiscal management over the past 6.5 years has provided the capacity to respond to the unprecedented economic and fiscal challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah. Let's just print a bunch of money and no one will ever notice. But here's the next paragraph. The government is providing timely economic support with $289 billion in fiscal and balance sheet measures. Fiscal and balance sheet measures means they're printing money, equivalent to around 14.6% of GDP. 14.6% of gross domestic product. This action, together with large declines in taxation receipts and increases in payments, has seen a major deterioration in the budget position with an estimated deficit of $85.8 billion with a B in 2019-20 and 184.5 billion in 2020-21. You get those numbers? 85.8 billion and 184.5 billion deficit.
Mate,
let's just print a bunch of money and no one will notice. Yes, Mr. Brent.
I'm just staggered. I heard those figures by Mr. Frydenberg, and my great grandkids, when I have them, won't be able to pay that off. That is a huge debt. That is staggering. I'm gobsmacked.
Yep. And we're not as bad as the US because they're at 125% of GDP. 125% of GDP. It is impossible. If they taxed all of their workers 50%, they could not pay the interest. Impossible. Now, if someone on here, good point, Brad, what about the interest that'll need to be paid? It is ridiculous. They can never pay that off. And Harry, just to answer your question, once you've put the code in to get the 3%, it lasts for 12 months. So you don't need to put it in again to get your 1 gram of gold. 125% of gross domestic product. That's what the US is up to. And our government, I think we're up to 28 or 29% of GDP. I'm just staggered that they run those numbers out like they're just numbers. They don't care. And yes, the government is saying that they'll be able to pay it back because of the low interest rates. So let's just say it's 1% interest. The United States is at 125% of GDP. That's a staggering number. They cannot balance a budget and ever pay that debt off, even at that. So let's have a look at some more news. Yahoo Finance today. This was interesting. Bitcoin has officially been declared a form of money in the US federal court. And Brad Cervalli saying, where are they going to get the money to pay it back, because businesses are closing and employment will be high. We're going to talk about that in a second, Brad. You're right. Bitcoin is officially money in the United States. Now, if you think about that, up until now, the IRS and the American government has had no legal right to investigate a cryptocurrency trader. Until now. Now what this officially means is anybody that's trading cryptocurrency now comes under the auspices of the IRS and all sorts of other agencies, because when you send money, that's part of the Wire Fraud Act and money laundering and all sorts of things. Now they can investigate those trading platforms. Interesting. You now need a license to trade Bitcoin in the United States. Let me say that again. You now need a license to trade Bitcoin in the United States. Dan, it doesn't matter if you're a trading house or you're doing trades. The premise of this legal judgment means that the trading house, if it's registered in the United States as a business, which some of them are, they're now under the auspices of the IRS and the American government. Ever heard of the Gold Standard Bank? We have access to, I believe, the world's first licensed and regulated cryptocurrency bank. That's what it's licensed for. Nowhere else in the world can you get access to that. And if you've got a K1 phone and a WIM laptop, which they haven't shipped yet, but I'm hoping it's any day soon, you can have all of your business on those devices. and nobody can look at it. So here's what's going on. This is a projection from the United States. If you look at these after-tax corporate profits, this year they're projecting they'll be down 34.4%. 34%. And they're trying to pay off 125% of GDP. And down 33% the year after. They have zero chance of ever paying off that money. And yes, Phil, Austrac gets involved in all that sort of stuff. You've had to have licenses all over the place, but not in America. So given that I don't have a trading platform anywhere, I use trading platforms, and we're okay at the moment. So check this market warning. Banks don't like you buying gold or crypto. Be aware, not afraid, because we got gold, baby. And here's my favorite slide. Did you get the news? Don't panic, Jonesy. We got gold. We've got gold. And have a look at these numbers. 30.16% annual return. Let me just say that again. 30.16%. This is not a Ponzi scheme. This is not some dodgy backyard thing. This is gold. We got gold, baby. Watch this space for the breakout. And oh, by the way, the breakout is happening as we speak. Here is the trading numbers from the US. This was earlier today, so it's gone up since then. That was 1935.46. That just blew right past the $1920.44 that was the original record. That is a record high. That's in US dollars. Here's Australian dollars, 2,710.46. Have a look at that graph. Do you reckon everyone should have some gold? Record high. We are on a roll, people. Make sure you catch the wave. Get on your little surfboard and start paddling. Why don't you hook up with a 90-day momentum run? Miss Camilla put this together for us. The goal is to build your business and support one another along the way. It means commitment and pushing through the barriers. There will be barriers. We know that. Pay attention to them, push through. Don't get beat up by them. It also means that we'll all have bigger businesses, everybody together. It's really simple. Write down your goals. Print them out. Print out the form and write them down. Contact 10 new people, many as you can per day. Will you get 10 per day? I don't care, but if you have that goal, you'll find somebody. It happens. Make sure you get people to presentations. If you need a third-party call, a three-way call, there'll be somebody in your active building upline that can help you with that. Get people on a three-way call. Get them to a webinar. Get them to something. Get them on a three-way call.
Just on that, Mr. Miller.
Yes, sir.
I got to emphasize what you just said then. Okay, so 10 people a day, that might be too scary for some people. But if you set that goal and if you're consistent, if it's just 2 people a day for 5 days a week, be consistent with it. You'll get more confident, you'll get better at it, and it's a bit like anything. You know, there's mechanics on this call that they couldn't fix the car the first time they lifted a bonnet. You will get better at it. That's all.
Absolutely. Have a goal. If you're aiming at the ceiling and you miss and hit the top of the door, you've still got somewhere. Just get out there, set a goal and get after it. Fill the form out. It's a really, really simple form. And make sure that you know what people are doing when they get joined. We had a step-by-step program before. Get registered at Gold Rock so they can get their own link, and make sure you follow all the social media accounts and get connected to your Gold Rocks Me team Facebook group. Start on the 90-day plan. Get going. Get after it. This is where the rubber meets the road. if you talk to people and you start showing this business, doesn't matter what you say. You might hit 100 in a row that say no, but you'll find somebody. I had a conversation today with one of our members, and when he was asked, how do you do it? He said, well, I just kept sending emails until I got someone that believed me. That's all it took. And off they went. Don't forget this date claimer. Now, you can see a whole lot of people here being silly and having a good time. I can tell you it was an awful day. I only had 37 beers and a lot of laughs. Send Carolyn an email, cwphillips007@gmail.com, and make sure you let her know. We've got to let the venue know in a few weeks how many people we're going to bring up. So, what's Phil said? We buy wholesale. How much less is that than the retail? I'll show you on the website, Phil. Oh, yes. Good on you, Dan. Ducky bought that hat with him. I know. He actually had that hat in the car, took up half the car. It was amazing. We all had a fantastic day up there. I've not seen a group of people have so many laughs together in one close location, proximity. Kate saying we Melbourne people might still be in lockdown. Yes. Well, that's only because you're south of the border. Those of us up here in the Sunshine State, we're having a great time. And Jeff Cooper reckons it's Stalag 13 down there. Yes, I feel for all you people in Victoria. Miss Kate, I know that you're homebound because you've developed a flu. Till they get you tested and cleared. Thoughts go with you. Please be careful. Okay, everybody, we got any more questions? We've had a great evening. I love the 4 pillars of this business. We just need to focus ourselves, get an understanding of where they're going to go. We'll have more information in the coming weeks. What did DA say the other week about traveling to South Australia? Who would want to go there? Yeah. Except for the red wine, Brad. You've got to go there for the red wine. New carrots this week. I'm figuring that means the e-wallet. Is that what you're talking about, Jeff? Wal Shepherd. Presentation getting better and better. Thanks, Wal. Cards. You mean the payment cards, Jeff? Yes. Okay. Yes. Hopefully this week we'll all get paid on Friday. The link will be 10% discount on your trades when you register on Binance. Yes. Make sure you get with your recommender if they're already in Binance. Ask them to give you a registration link and it gives you a discount. Thanks, Camilla. Harry Lynn, go the day. Most think about asking his experts to marry him, but he's worried she'll think he's just after her for his money. Excellent. Jeff Cooper, yes. Any news on the vouchers for those who bought Wims? No. I've sent off many emails, Miss Kate, and nobody has answered. Okay, folks. This has been a fun night. I've enjoyed it. I love looking at the presentation with the 4 pillars. I enjoy it. It clicked with Mr. Brent when we talked about it again today as well. So thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a golden evening.